Chucklesluts, episode 30, the number one place on the internet where you come for the sluts and you stay for the chuckles. My name is Samuel Locke.
I'm Shannon Bernetti.
I'm Zach Cleveridge.
And I'm Katy Ford.
And this episode is brought to you by Red House Productions, the people who keep the lights on in the studio fresh and so clean. And because of that, they are doing a thing with Audible. That's audibletrial.com/rathhousepro. To spell that, because it's different, RATTHAUS Pro. With that, you can get one book in 1 month free of Audible. So go ahead and check that out. And we are also brought to you by Narco Sub, which is a movie currently out in theaters. It's about a former U.S. Navy SEAL that is forced to become an international criminal when he once fought against a powerful and violent drug cartel, and they kidnap his daughter and his wife. So basically Taken, but with drugs.
Hot.
Yes, in select theaters now. Please go watch it. It's pretty dope.
Theaters are open right now?
Some.
Absolutely.
All. It's all.
A bunch of them in San Diego County are open.
I think like
I
I've
live
been
in
watching-
San Diego. You guys are living it loose.
almost all
Living
of
it
them are
loose.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
Butthole City.
I got the AMC A-list, and I've seen like a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah,
that
Katy,
all,
like all theaters are open, like
Yeah.
across the country.
Oh, yeah.
all the movies suck that are out right now, though.
That
to
is
be
true.
honest. Yeah.
They're all going streaming. Like, no one
Yeah.
wants to go to the theaters anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
I like my couch.
Although, Bo Burnham's special Inside is played in select theaters. I really want to see that in theaters.
As much as I love Bill Burnham, I'm about fucking done with hearing about Inside.
I know you are. But I do want to see it 50 feet high and just the visuals.
How
are
many
so-
times have you watched it?
Like 4.
Too many.
His
4.
eyeball is going to be like as big as your body.
I mean, I like
Especially when he does the look at me, and you see like the eye this close. It's going to be...
You know what it is? I just want to literally swim in his eyeball, okay? I just wading pool eyeball makes so much
Are
sense.
you the guy that commented on one of my videos, and you said that I would like to like... It was really sexual about my eyeball specifically.
Bitch, I'm not a simp.
You sure?
I am.
With that being said, we're going to jump into our first segment of the day. The World Doe. This is the World Doe.
Does everybody hear that?
What are you talking about?
Non-diegetic sound!
So let's jump right into the thing. Shannon, you want to start us off?
Yes, so I found this article based on the very clickbaity title, but I just found it hilarious, and I just had to say it. The title of this news article reads, "Cocaine disguised as cake seized from vehicle in Maine." So it makes you think that cocaine has sentience and dressed itself up as a cake. However, that was not the case. A man and a woman in Maine are facing charges over cocaine disguised as a cake that was seized from their vehicle. There was a drug-sniffing dog that found 2 pounds of cocaine
Sweet Jesus.
disguised as a marble birthday cake.
How much is that on the streets, though?
$200,000
Get it.
worth of cocaine.
Yeah.
That's like half my tuition.
Yeah. What?
That's a lot of drugs.
Yeah, it was a lot. They had like all of the feds and Homeland Security in on that because 2 pounds of nose dust is quite a lot. But-
Disco sugar.
I mean, that's one way to like bring the party to someone's birthday party. Hey.
Katy, I know I always get a meat cake for my birthday, but if you can make me a cocaine
meat
cake.
cake? Did you say meat cake?
Oh, you don't know about meat
He
cake?
doesn't like cake. I don't like frosting, but I love like cake.
I don't like
that's
sweet
good.
stuff.
He doesn't like sweet stuff. So for the first birthday that we had together, I was like, "What kind of cake you want?" And he goes, "Meat."
It's
I went,
not that weird. It's
"You
a
got
normal
it." No,
thing.
It's like it's a
Meatloaf.
We do turkey lasagna, not lasagna. What's it called?
Turkey meatloaf.
Turkey meatloaf. I don't like meatloaf. We do turkey meatloaf. I soaked it in whiskey. On top was like mashed potatoes as icing with like pieces of fried chicken on it and a little bit of like
Right?
basil. Like
Is your spirit animal Ron Swanson or something?
then
What
gravy.
the fuck?
and then gravy. Oh no, for sure.
I mean,
not
it's
gonna
like
lie,
a
I was gonna
shepherd's
do
pie,
that
but it's a
birthday for
shepherd's
him.
birthday cake.
Yeah, it was good. It had alcohol in it.
You might be the most Irish person in America. I don't know. That's kind of awesome.
Listen, if you haven't tried it, try it out. I will say,
I'll make
I
it
would
for you guys.
prefer a
It's really
cocaine
good.
cake.
So we got a meat cake.
It'd be a different type of party, that's for sure.
I guess my number one question is, obviously this cake was, it probably looked like a regular cake. Like, which cop just like looked at this cake and was like, yeah, that's drugs. Like,
Well, I would like to see what the people looked like, because if it's just like a normal couple going down, but if it's the kind of people that are disguising a cocaine cake, like you know, you can spot people. Like, we live in LA, and you can
Right.
see people even in this weird town. You're just like, that guy's fucked up.
so basically two
You can-
sketchy guys in the car is like, what is that? Birthday cake.
Yeah, because also like what two random dudes are just like, oh yeah, we made a cake for our friend Carl.
You know what?
it's his
That's
birthday.
profiling and kind of racist. I don't like it.
When did we assign race to the two sketchy dudes and their friend Carl?
We did it. I'm just saying, if they're
So
profiling,
don't put that on me.
I'm not putting that on you. I'm saying I'm putting that on the cops. It's like, how are you going to profile these dudes with a cake and go, that cake looks suspicious because you guys shouldn't be carrying a cake. They could be going to like an actual birthday party for like some 5-year-old. How would you
bake,
know?
don't you?
What?
You bake, don't you?
I don't, but I'd like to.
You told me you're a terrible cook. Okay, because that seems like something someone who likes to bake would say. But people don't. Normal people don't just make cakes all the time.
I mean, some people make cakes all the
Whatever.
time, like bakers.
Just because you're not good at it doesn't mean that other people can't be good at it, Zachary.
Yeah, I'm really good at like a lobster carbonara, actually.
Make
Shanny,
it-
where did you say this happened?
Allergic.
Maine. The state of Maine.
That's fun. They were going to Bernie Sanders' house. That's how he's so loud all the time.
They should have made it a lobster roll. There's one big lobster roll with trucks in it.
It'd be
That
way
would've-
harder to make
that
cocaine
would've
into a
been less
lobster.
suspicious.
What?
Because like lobster Maine is like a
But
whole
how do you
thing.
hide the cocaine in it?
2
Like
pounds
with
of
a
it.
cake, you put it in there.
You
and
carve out the bread, you put the lobster on top of it, and then it covers the
You know,
smell.
there's not an actual lobster on a lobster. Like, there's pieces of, there's not like a whole lobster.
Not like a whole lobster. Like, it's just a squishy.
We're talking
like,
just 2
thing.
pounds. Do you know how much 2 pounds of cocaine is? It's like there's a whole
Yeah,
bag.
maybe they're going for like the record.
What kind of fucking lobster rolls do you eat?
I'm
I don't
hungry.
think you know how lobster
I'm
rolls work.
hungry. Okay.
I'm pretty hungry.
There we go. Lobster roll drugs.
I think we lost the focus here.
We did.
Katy, what do you have in the World Doe?
I had a thing. Come back to me.
I sent you like 3 things.
don't want
Zach,
your
what's
things.
in the World Doe?
I don't want your.
Okay. Well, so about where'd my thing go? When was the date of this? This is our government slowly destroying the world. This is great. When was this? Like about a month ago, America dropped a 40,000 pound fucking 40,000 megaton nuclear bomb. Some shit. I can't know the
In
number.
Virginia, right?
No, it was like off the coast of Florida, just in the Gulf of Mexico, without warning, without letting anyone know, without fixing anything. They just dropped one of the largest nuclear bombs the world has ever seen into the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico, and also it got like 0 news coverage. No
I
one's
can't
talking about
imagine
this.
why.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know why. Like, so the Navy authorized it, but it wasn't like a typical like defense test. Like often, like we have the Bikini Atoll area where they used to drop it like near Hawaii, and there's like different places where they do this. But the Gulf of Mexico is currently like going through like an environmental crisis as it is. Like we're losing like the Spanish mackerel's destroying all the fucking sea life there. And because like the ocean temperatures are rising, like I give a shit.
Got him.
But I do give a shit, and that's fucking crazy. And now after that, some weird shit's happening. Like there was a 3.9 or 3.9 whatever you fucking call it, an earthquake off the coast because of this bomb. Also, like there's that oil spill, like the giant like fire water that is literally oil in the ocean, creating like this giant fucking like
Fire
plume of
vortex
fire
thing.
in water. And this happened after this bomb. So there is a slew of people on the internet that are like, who's fighting a kaiju? Like we're fighting a kaiju. That's the only real answer that can make any sense of this. Because it did real damage. Like it hurt a lot of marine life. It hurt the fucking earth. Like it's a really fucked up thing they did, and no, they won't give any real answers for it. So either we're fighting a kaiju.
That would admit that
or-
they did something wrong.
Yeah.
We don't do anything. We're America. We're about freedom. Okay.
Also, that's like the most American thing I've ever heard. We're just like, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, I dropped a nuke in our ocean. Like, that's the most bro thing I've ever heard.
I mean, we're a nation of bros. Like,
God, it's the
we
worst.
We're a nation of bros.
We're just a fucking frat party of a
Like,
country.
we'll sit there, we'll gaslight our
fucking
girlfriends,
chads up in this
we'll
bitch.
abuse our friends, and then say we didn't do anything wrong, bro. That's on you, okay?
For sure. But if we are fighting the war against like Cthulhu, I'm down. Like if that's the case, I wish they would just tell us. You know?
Right?
Maybe that it's a DM trying to hide its secret of the big bad. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what that is.
I mean, how many D12s are we rolling for that kind of damage?
What?
Like,
Who's the DM in this case?
God.
Do you not remember the game? we
Joe
played
Biden.
Joe Biden.
Bernie
yeah.
Sanders.
Joe Biden is the
Yeah.
new DM.
I know.
God.
That's a very inside joke.
Okay.
And to
It's
say,
just-
honestly, that's gonna have like massive effects on all of us for years. If you like seafood at all, because think about that, all the
I'm
radiation. Well, there you go. Then you're safe.
Thanks, Katy.
But if you like sushi, like, and if any fish that comes out of that whole ocean, any part of the ocean, eventually will have microdoses of radiation because of the fucking
Dude,
bomb.
I'm
you
not.
know?
I'm not here
Yeah.
for a long time. I'm here for snack time. Okay, I'm gonna eat that fish.
And also, like, detonating in the Gulf of Mexico, a lot more countries are closer to that detonation site
Yeah.
Right.
than doing it on. They shouldn't have been doing it under the water at all, even off the coast of Hawaii either.
And,
but
and
like
you said it was on what's it called?
the Gulf of Mexico.
Florida. No,
It was in the Gulf, like so. It's closest to Florida than anything else, but it's still on the coast, and all that water does. It goes. I mean, you hit
Yeah.
Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala,
Cuba,
like
everything.
Panama, all these places. They're. It's just. It's a huge fucking nuclear bomb.
But, yeah, but that's
dude.
just it too. Like, I mean, the ocean currents is gonna take all that shit, and it's gonna fucking go throughout all the world. Like,
Yeah.
the entire Atlantic is gonna have nuclear radiation now.
Florida
So-
man's gonna take on a whole new meeting. You're like Fallout, man.
No, it's gonna be like Umbrella Corp is now Florida man.
So instead of it came from the Black Lagoon, it came from the Gulf of Mexico. Like bunch of radiation.
You know, that sounds like a halfway decent B movie. I'd watch it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or maybe the whole point is instead of them fighting a kaiju, maybe they're trying to make a kaiju because that was the like one of the
Oh,
back
get it to come out of
histories
the water?
Godzilla.
For sure.
Like, you know,
That's
the
from
radiation of some
That actually
lizard.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
the point being, our children will now have to face the kaiju we've created.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, makes for they're doing it for the Instagram. They're doing it for the story.
They did it. This is also a most American thing. We did it for the gram. Why'd you detonate that nuke? Fucking photos, bro.
Do you think that that's the catalyst for the guy that thinks that he's stuck in, that he was stuck in 2027 and that the human existence was about to go extinct? Do you think that's the reason? We
Yeah,
woke
I
up
think-
Cthulhu?
Are you talking about Matthias?
That's your
Probably.
thing.
What?
You talking about the Matthias theory? Never mind.
No.
Don't worry
No,
about it.
it's
No.
something I sent to you all.
No.
Anyway,
But Katie's gonna talk about it. in a minute.
No, I'm not. I just wanted to add to
in the
it.
interest of time, Katie, what do you got? in the
Yeah.
world?
I actually found something super interesting. A star went missing.
What? Missing?
Yeah. Astronomy. Okay, so there is a star that went missing. There was a bunch of astronomers who had studied this for it was like 75 light years away, but they've been doing it for 2 decades, and all of a sudden, the star is just gone. It just doesn't exist anymore, and it's like they've been looking for it for a full month, and they can't find it, so they had to announce last month that it was missing.
I mean, my theory is that a black hole probably ate it and they can't see it. That
That's some Mandela effect shit.
We're
maybe.
doomed.
maybe. It could be
2027,
Mandela,
everybody. We're doomed.
2027. Oh
I'm t-
God.
Dude, Planet X, it's coming for us.
Like, I guarantee you the Earth is holding a white lighter, and when it turns whatever number on 2027, we're doomed.
Actually,
Yeah. In Earth years, it's 27.
In Earth years, it's 27.
fun fact, actually, Planet 9, which started off as a theory, is actually like gaining more.
Oh no, they're like
Ground.
almost sure that it exists.
I
It's somewhere out
think
there
s-
in like the Oort cloud.
Yeah,
Just.
I
Planet
was
9?
kind of shocked.
Well, it's like Planet X. It was so there's a body like almost the size of Mars, just like that we've kind of focused, but it's so far away that it doesn't refract any sunlight. So it's really hard to spot because like it turns into like empty space. So we've only seen this thing as it like passes across stars. But it's been seen so much that people have kind of mapped out an orbit. They're like, oh my God, something else is orbiting the galaxy. But it's massive. Like it's like Earth, the Mars size
And
planet.
some of the kickers, people are saying that we're like in the orbit, but I don't believe that. But the orbit apparently does come relatively close to our area.
Yeah.
And so I'm really curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, but that would be in like 10,000 years.
Sure, I'm gonna be dead. I don't give a shit.
I'll be in
So
a
it's gonna
computer.
like melancholia our ass or
You be
something.
on Earth too?
Yeah, that's actually that's pretty spot
You
on.
hear that? Zach's gonna be on Earth too. He's gonna be in a computer.
No, I won't. If I ever become an AI, the first thing I'm doing is nuking that fucking bullshit, crypto dog shit fucking thing. I don't like Earth 2. I hate it. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh, I'm making so much money
You
off
gonna
it.
rescue me first?
What? You'll be in my computer game with
She's
me.
gonna be in Earth 2 too.
I'm gonna be inside your animated body with you.
We are both going to be sent into the Matrix because nothing is real and we are living in an illusion.
Are
and
you guys gonna
hopefully
be
we'll
like a
figure it out.
two-headed personage? Is that what you were kind of like alluding?
Or
to?
we
I'll
just
be
like
fucking
make out with our
data.
heads together, just turn it
I'm
on.
not gonna lie, it's kind of like high. Why is that not like a porn thing already?
What?
Trademarked.
Why not?
Trademarked.
What are you talking about?
Like,
Like having a two-headed cyborg or person, and it's like two people. Like if it was Zach and I together in one body, and it was like two heads, and they
So we
just
just
like
turn our
loved
heads
each
and,
other
like-
and like made out with each other. It's like, no,
That's
we
the
don't
most
agree. And
fucked
then,
up like
cut
Clive
each other.
Barker shit I've ever heard. Jesus.
oh my gosh, that's fucking awesome.
You think that's messed up based on everything you've talked about? That's what draws the line. That's it.
A two, like, would that make you? Would that be like a relation thing though? At that point, like if you guys are like together, but like together.
So what?
Like,
We can't do it,
What?
but
What?
the Lokis can.
I'm
If we
just
break
saying.
up, you have to get a fucking bandsaw to pull us apart. Like,
I'm just saying, it's like, what are you doing separately? Like,
At least we're not duplicates of ourselves.
That is true.
spoiler alert.
I mean,
That's episode 2. If you're not on episode 2 by now, are you a nerd?
anyway, we're
Do
gonna
you even marvel, bro?
Do you even marvel?
Wait, did you not go?
do away.
You didn't World Doe.
No, I did. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna lightning round really quick because mine's really short anyway.
Good. Fuck
A,
you.
yeah, a copy of Super Mario 64 sold for $1.5 million. It is the most expensive game on auction to this
Normal.
day. Very normal, but
Very
weird.
normal.
But yeah, no, that's what happened in the World Doe. We're gonna move on to our next sponsor.
Oh, that's me. Hey. I want just we're gonna do a cute little commercial. Something that I think should actually be a thing. Pronoun pins. It's like little name tags, except with an additional little plaque. Pronoun pins. Not only do we have she and her, they and them, he and his, we also have things like goddess, asshole, trash panda, anything that you want to be recognized as. Personally, I would love a Khaleesi every now and then. Right? Am I right?
Actually, that's actually a really good product.
Yeah!
An actual fucking problem.
Especially when people like it. If I'm almost 30. We grew up a specific way, and it's hard to reroute your brain so quickly when you don't like see it all the time. It would honestly really help a lot of people to see people the way they want to be seen.
And because gender identity is always like a constantly evolving topic.
It is,
and-
yeah.
You can rotate it. You can switch it out.
Yeah, that'd
Also,
be great.
today I'm not a he/him. Today I'm a goddess monster.
I like it.
You know?
Yes.
Can it be like actually like a spinning wheel? So that way like you just
Today,
Yeah, I'm gender fluid.
Honestly, like
like, oh, I'm Loki today.
my
Alright.
my best pronoun is dude. I like dude. Like if you, it's like, hey dude, what's up? I'm so
Yeah.
about that.
So if you had like literally like you had, hello, my name is Sam. I am dude. I would love that because why not? It would be so much easier. Nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings or make them feel like their pronouns don't matter. Like I would love that because I just the last thing anyone wants to do is mispronounce somebody.
Misgender.
Misgender.
Mispronoun.
Miss
I like
anything.
Absolutely. I mean, in this town. for
Sorry
sure,
it wasn't funny. It should be a real thing.
Yeah, I know. That was less of a
Sorry.
commercial, more of a pitch.
And then
if you're watching and want to sponsor this idea, give us a call.
Go for it.
Chucklepodcast@gmail.com.
Fuck that. We're gonna make that ourselves. We got
Yeah,
products.
fuck you, sponsors.
I
We're gonna
mean-
do that
I take it
ourselves.
back.
I think that-
that's it.
Kyle,
Pat
you
penny,
can
pat
have
penny,
it.
pat penny, pat penny.
Trademark.
So we're gonna move on from that commercial, sponsored by now Katy, I guess.
Oh boy.
We're gonna jump into critical fail.
Yes.
Zach, why don't you start us off?
Oh, why don't you fucking go? I'm just kidding.
Well, fuck you. Maybe I might.
So this is not a specific, like a singular role I did. This was a plan gone horribly wrong. This is a little bit bigger. We, in one of my campaigns, I play with the lovely Katy here. I play a dwarf named Tammy.
Oh, Tammy.
Tammy is the shit. Tammy is a wildfire druid, which is a druid that has like imbued with spirit of fire. Amazing. I've got like Saiyan fucking burning hair. Hilarious. But Tammy's also super out of touch. But I, as a player, am really good at making extravagant plans. So one day we're in the middle of we're about to have a naval battle. We know there's ships coming, a huge ship. We are sort of like in like a little coastal harbor kind of area. And so I was like, all right, team, here's what we do. I'm going to cast hallucinatory terrain, which makes clearly like a giant mirage in the middle of the harbor. We're going to put our boat inside the hallucinatory terrain. When the people show up in their boat, they won't know that these aren't like sharp rocks. And we'll cast water walk on each other, and we'll all like hide in the terrain and fucking shoot everybody. So that's how I thought it would go. Well, they show up, and our DM's like, yeah, they stop like 200 yards out, and they just start shooting at you. And I was like, what about the terrain? They're like, he has true sight. Sorry, your terrain does nothing. So our ship is like, it's probably about 100 yards away from Tammy. Tammy is standing on top of water, just in the middle of the fucking ocean. I'm a dwarf. I have a 25 move speed, and I don't have any like long-range weapons. So here, everyone's like having this battle, and he's like, all right, Zach, what do you do on your turn? And I was like, well, I guess I just hoof it. I'm just running along the water. I spent like 12 turns just running on water, doing absolutely nothing. I was completely useless in the entire battle. Luckily, we had a player who's a very like a long-range fighter that's tons of guns, and was just mowing this boat down. And I was like, all right, what does Tammy do? I'm like, well, I fucking like that was the whole time. I felt so stupid. It did not work at all. It was so, like in theory, it was a great plan. Didn't go that great.
That sounds exactly like the Monty Python scene where he's running towards the castle, like in just constant, just like.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. It was a bad time. We won the battle ish.
Well, they won the battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won the battle for you.
Zoya, you didn't do
Yay,
shit,
team.
you little thief.
I would have just sat by the
I'm a-
riverbank
are you-
and just popped open
What?
the cooler.
Yeah, well, I'm a tabaxi, so I can clearly run circles around you. So
For sure.
I'm sorry that you had to run alongside a battle being a useless
okay.
bitch.
It was fun. I mean, again, like, the day was won eventually.
I got a good one. So, playing a barbarian with my friends and peeps, and there's this like weird jello mold around the place we need to go to. And so I decided to charge at it, and it kind of springs me back. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to cut this bitch wide open. So it was kind of like in the middle of this kind of like box canyon thing. So I go to the top of the box canyon. I decide to do a jump and stab. I roll for my jump, and I roll a 1. I pretty much face plant swan dive, no sword involved. What I didn't know about this weird jello mold thing is that it's kinetic energy based, and anything that attacks it gets the equal amount thrown right back at you.
Ooh, that's a bad time.
Oh, it's a bad time. I reached terminal velocity at 32 feet per second. And you know those cartoons where you like crash to the wall and it leaves like the imprint? That's what happened to me. I think I got hit for some like 600 damage, instant death. Just like stupid absolute death. The answer to that trap was just a simple fireball. It would have melted the gelatin. We would have been able to go inside the place. But me being the dumb barbarian type that I am, me smash, because I smash.
I fucking smash, bro.
Smash, bro.
And indeed, I did smash, bro. I did smash. Oh, bad. Had to rip it. It was one of those characters where it's like, you know, like, I had one of the DM like, you got to rip it up and do a new one. I'm like, fuck, dude. I really like that character. So I went with a bard assassin instead, which was okay. That was an okay mix.
Interesting mix, yeah.
I like Bard Assassins.
That's all I got for today.
Good job. You suck well.
I sucked well. Very
Yeah.
efficiently sucking.
you're an efficient sucker.
I really am.
We
though.
appreciate you. for
Yeah.
that, specifically.
Me too. Bro.
Shannon, what do you got in the world of fail?
I mean, I haven't played D&D as much as everyone else at this table has, so I'll just go for more of a story base, where I almost died recently in a campaign that somebody
come up to the
else
mic?
was in. But yeah, so
Man, I wonder who that could be.
I wonder. So guest appearance of my dear friend Zach. Literally get transported to Shadowfell because my character's now bound from, I think the last critical failure, one of the last times we talked about this, I talked about how I murdered somebody on accident.
Yeah,
you
she
did.
did.
So to make up for rolling that one, we had to go to Shadowfell following this person I had to kill, and my ass ends up standing in front of the very squishy sorcerer, and then my rogue girlfriend, who literally lets me take the blunt of the undead dragon damage for the first half of this. I forget I have a fucking health potion, so I'm like, well, I'm down to half health. What could go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. So the second half of this is like a big battle with somebody's evil dad, who Zach's playing, and she turns into a giant motherfucking scorpion and just wrecking all of us. And I have to like, I don't know,
What's
just
funny
be a
is-
damage sponge for the sorcerer who has way less HP than I do, and I'm like, oh god, I have to stand in front of her, she's gonna get fucked, so I
This
get
game
fucked.
went negative real
Yeah,
fast.
I
Three of
I
them
turned
went
into the
down
scorpion.
in one turn. I was like, all right, damn intervening. I'm about to TPK my whole
I
group.
turned
It's
into a
so
scorpion
bad.
so that I wouldn't TPK you all. Because I cast one spell and you all dropped. You were all like, I have like 6 hit points. And I was like, it was my
Call.
first
Ah!
spell, guys. Oh my gosh.
It's because one of the
Time Stop.
NPCs, Time Stop,
Time
just
Stop.
took everybody down except for me, but then I also was standing in front of the sorcerer and just being like, hit me. She's gonna die, just keep hitting me, and
She
then I'm
had
like,
like
wait
a
a second.
12 HP. There was like, there was no helping her.
And so then my smart ass was like, if I get everyone so they can hold my hands, I can freaking plane shift us out of here. But then that put us in a freaking like easy to get fireball necklace. And then three of us go down because I was like, just hold my hands, please. Let's get out
Keep
of
holding
here.
my hand. Keep holding my hand.
And
Oh my
that
God.
was a bad idea because there was an invisible person that no one saw who had fireball necklace, and then we just like three of us
you.
dropped, and then I had to sell the knowledge and love of my girlfriend, to get my ass like re-alived. So.
I mean, well, first, that wasn't the. There was other things you could have given away, but you gave away the darkest thing you could. We're just like, I finally found love. I'm gonna give it away and
because
never remember.
I thought that would have been good enough for 3 people. That's why I offered.
sure,
I
but you
didn't think
could've, like-
anybody
It
else
was good enough
could've.
for 2, so you didn't have to make Mara give anything up.
Yeah, because I was thinking like,
I'm
okay, what can I
benevolent
give up that's
sometimes.
like, it's gonna suck, but like, what could I give up that like is good enough so like not all 3 of us at least, like maybe, but I didn't want to give up the things that I don't know because I am still like, my character is still like, I gotta find out who the fuck I am. I'm not
Oh, we
giving
will.
that up.
Oh, we will.
But yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. my relationship. Fake as though it was. Exactly.
These are the days of our lives.
I'm so sorry, Zarellis.
R.I.P. Zarellis and Zunara, known as Zara.
Exactly.
That's all right.
But with an X.
It's still
Sorry,
not as
with
bad
a
as
Z,
what
with an X.
the other player gave up.
All right.
Amy gave up so much worse.
Katie, what's your fail day today?
Oh man, there's so many to choose from. I'm gonna pull back from my vacation with my father after 7 years of not seeing him. Don't. One day, we were playing cornhole, and I don't know
Not a euphemism.
what they are drinking in Pennsylvania, but my dad and my uncle are like pros at cornhole. Like it was like synced.
Swish.
I used to think I was fucking good.
We thought we were
I'm
all
trash.
right.
Nope.
I'm-
We are not all right. We need to
These people
step
should
it
run
up.
a pro set.
But-
It's a very country game.
It is.
Yeah.
But the fail comes in when we appeased my father and played a game against each other while he watched and like gave commentary on the whole game. And by commentary, let me get into my dad mode. All right, we see Katy up to battle. She's gonna try to swing it into the hole. That looks good. It's not good, everybody. Keep going. And we see her fiance, Zach, look at him looking all sweaty and nervous. And he fails. Congratulations. Moving on. I was like, Dad, can we stop? We played for like an hour. And it was just back and forth and back and forth.
Your dad just went full John Madden on your asses.
Yeah, it's a hard pass on playing cornhole now with people who don't have anything else to do.
Honestly, TikTok has been introducing me to a slew of new like drinking games that I really like enjoy.
Have
Like
you played ladder ball?
I haven't played Letterball, but I do want to play Ace Race. Ace Race.
Yes.
So Ace Race is really fucking cool. It's like you have your 4 aces out, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And when you have your deck of cards, you draw whatever whatever card the suit is, that ace moves ahead, and you bet on the ace. And
It's a betting
it
game?
is-
Yes.
and then there's cards on the side, right? And if you once you pass a certain card, you flip it over. If it's whatever suit it is, it has to go backwards. And so someone could actually like be ahead, but then also go backwards. It's so cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I really want to play with
Looks
these
fun.
assholes here for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have like a drinking episode one day where we're just playing games all day. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Ace race for the win. Hashtag ace race.
That's cool. Sponsored by Ace Race.
I like drinking games.
He doesn't like drinking games. He loves drinking games.
Oh, me too.
The Anton Ego
I'm a-
of drinking games.
I'm a master at Rage Cage for sure. Yep.
Rage game.
Rage Cage.
Just tasted some bang in my throat there for a second.
I know what Rage Cage is.
You don't know what Rage Cage is? That's a.
We don't need
What?
to explain every drinking game.
We don't have to. Yeah, eventually we'll play it. I'll explain it. It's
You
one
can
of.
just show me.
It is one of those nuts, fucking stupid fun games you'll play. I promise.
I like it.
Teach you how to play fucking stop and it'll get wild.
Let's play Drink the Beer.
Anyway, who's you have to go. Are you gonna skip yourself again?
No, I did it.
He went first.
I
No,
was
yeah,
the
he
Gelatin
started.
Smash.
Oh yeah, you're the stupid barbarian.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Dude, whenever I play Barbarians, I always get like the epic stupid deaths. I don't know what it is. Like, I'll play them because I need a slot the fill.
Typically do reckless things.
Well, mainly it's because I slot the fill. No one wants to play Barbarian the same way people don't want to play Clerics. So I
Why not?
Everyone
Clerics
wants
are
to play barbarian.
beasts.
Clerics they're beasts now, but back ish ago, people didn't really want
Why
to
are
play
you living in the past? Live in the present.
Because I'm 3.5, you know?
You fucking. That wasn't D&D. That was just math.
No, that was bullshit. I mean, I did play
No.
I did play 3, but by the time most people played 3.5. But anyway, we're going to move ahead to our next sponsored segment.
Hello. Hi there. Are you disenchanted with modern life?
Yeah.
Yes, God,
Are
yes.
you tired of rolling ones on your D&D game?
Yes.
Do you just want to maybe like step out of reality for a smidge and take a mystical vacation to a land of wonder?
Oh my God, shut up and take my money!
Take my damn money.
Yes, then Fairy Circle Travel Agency is the place to start. We have different packages. We have the basic red toadstool package, where you get a express trip to the Feywilds with a limited amount of gold, and make sure if you don't want to stay permanently, don't eat too much food. We're not going to tell you what to avoid though, so. Then we have our two other tiers. We have mid-tier, which is silver toadstools, and then we have the Nightshade package, which is a permanent residence shifting alterhood.
I want that one.
Just take me out of this goddamn
I think
planet.
she's just talking about LARPing.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I'm
But-
sure. I'm not gonna lie. You could achieve this for free.
I'm just trying to get as far away from Jeff Bezos as I possibly can.
I mean, he tried and then he came back. So
Fuck
he
Bezos.
could his travel agency probably isn't all that great.
We claim no responsibility for any bodily harm while in the Feywilds or on the transport to, but we hope you choose our packages today.
sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone will choose your package, Shady.
Nah, stay the fuck away from it. What package? What?
Just stand up, turn around.
No.
So we're gonna jump into the next segment called Get Wrecked. This one is the
Get wrecked.
You got it, God.
Thanks, Jesus.
JC looking out.
This is Indie Film Edition because I think getting wrecked, we need to bring in some more hidden gems in the world.
There's so many.
There's a few out there. A few.
There's a fucking lot.
I'm gonna start this one off because it's
talking
just,
about?
it's a weird movie. Like, this is a legitimately weird movie. It starts off normal and then just kind of delves into politics, but then also delves into some weird, like, David Lynch nightmare shit called Sorry to Bother You. It's about a dude who's looking for work, and he finds work being a telemarketer. He is a person of color, and he realizes he can sell a lot more when he puts on a white person voice. And the higher he goes up, the more things get messed up when he finds out more about the company he's working for. I'm not going to give that away because it's a literal translation of how bosses see the workforce. I highly recommend at least a watch, and you need to be high for it. You have to be high for this movie. Don't watch it unless you have at least like 20.
Fucking, you better not. You fucking better not.
You need at least 20 milligrams in your fucking system to start, because it was nuts. But the script is good. The acting's great. It's a very good social commentary with a really weird message at the end. Highly recommend. I think it's on Hulu. Go watch it on Hulu.
Hello.
Do you? Hulu and do you?
Yeah,
Get
I
it?
remember watching this movie with a friend when it came out. I think we might have pirated it. But we were poor, fresh out of college kids. Always support the actual release, guys. Don't be like me. But yeah, it was a really interesting. As a white person, I did not know what code switching was until it started getting more. The definition became
Normalized.
More, normalized, especially with Sorry to Bother You. I watched it sober, but it is very, very strange, but in a very
Did you
kind
not
of...
listen? You have to be fucked up.
You
How
know what?
dare you?
How dare I? Yeah, how dare I?
You ruined your experience.
No,
can't
I
get it
still
back.
liked it, but you have to be in that mood for
Well,
that
just have an
interesting
open mind
movie.
to learn.
Yeah,
Open mind
absolutely.
to learn, and then just be in the mood for like a lynchy type
Thing.
stuff. Gets very, very lynchy. David Lynch is what I mean.
Katie, what do you got in the world?
I mean, it's less of a go fuck yourself, more of a revisit of something I loved when I was a wee.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. I just think
What are you
that's
talking about?
that's just it. Quiet. It is my turn to talk. Just kidding. So I was rewatching the Twilight Saga, and I still enjoy the characters. See, you know what I'm gonna talk about.
I just watched the
It's
first
a
one
hit
last night.
gem.
It's
Because
Yeah.
they're all on Netflix now, and
Have you ever heard
I
of Twilight?
was really stuck in my head and just wanted to watch something I've already seen, and I put on Twilight. And let me just say, I still love the movies, but that shit didn't age well.
It's so cringy.
It's so cringy.
So
Now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh wow.
Okay, I have a drinking game for this. You have to
Yeah?
drink every time you see Belle with her mouth open.
You'd be hammered in the first
No,
12
I
minutes.
know-
Or every time you see her cross-eyed, which happens a lot. Like when she was drowning and she goes,
And every time you see a early 2000s music video edit of the sequence, take a drink.
Every time fucking Edward gaslights her, or she makes a terrible decision based on typical female character tropes,
and every
written by
ti-
Stephanie Meyer because she's not a great
Every
writer,
time
anyway,
every
females.
time Edward sounds like a neckbeard, drink.
and this is just going for really mainly movie 1 and 2 because we haven't really had time to watch movies since then. But 1 didn't age well. 2 we're halfway through and it's better, but it's still ooh.
I will say it kept my attention.
It did. It does.
There-
I liked watching it more now that I hate it as an adult than when I hated it as a child. It's fun to watch and make fun of because it's silly and it's full of a
It's
lot of
so-
bad shit that we just kind of
there's
gloss
so
over
much-
because preteen girls have vampire fantasies and they sold that movie to them.
There's so much, just the writing itself.
Yeah.
You heard that, huh? He was talking to me. Yeah, I heard that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Twilight. Have you heard of this movie?
That's not what I meant by that.
Honestly, no. The thing is, Twilight is the best thing for a Mystery Science Theater 3000 moment, or if you want to watch it the room style with a bunch of friends and just make fun of it. So much fucking fun.
Do
Yeah.
you
I
wanna
still
do
enjoy the
do you wanna do an edit
characters and the
dub
story.
of it?
A what?
You want to do a dub? We could do a group dubbing of Twilight
Oh my god.
between the 5 of us.
Like Brock Stubbs? Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope.
That'd be fun.
Yes, I'm
I'd
down.
have a blast.
I'm already thinking of it. Yes.
If nothing else, we can do short ones for TikTok. We can do little scenes. I'll dub it with you. I'd have a blast
Be
playing
careful.
Edward and saying horrible shit.
Never mind. Never mind.
Anyway,
Never mind.
All right, I guess I'll do mine next. Okay, so I am a huge foodie. I love food and cooking and eating food. And there is this movie, which is the cast of Iron Man gets a food truck by Jon Favreau, also known as Chef. The movie's called
I
Chef.
like the first title.
Literally it is the cast of Iron Man, plus ish on Iron Man 2 because that's when Natasha comes in. So yeah, they have ScarJo in there. They got freaking Tony Stark in there, but obviously it's not like. But yeah, it's about a chef who has a little bit of an anger management problem and ends up losing his job at a restaurant because he wants to try new things, but the owner of the restaurant won't let him, which culminates in the fact that a food critic gave him like a crap review, and then he has a meltdown that gets put on the internet about a molten chocolate lava cake, which is one of the best scenes
So good.
in cinema. But yeah, so he gets a food truck, starts making Cubanos down in, I think it was Miami, with his son. It's like a really nice, like, father-son, like,
Just
business
hanging out in
person
the
trying
gut
to,
truck.
like, yeah, he's hanging on a food truck and, like, trying to, repair the bonds with his family after just totally melting his life.
Dude, that movie made me fucking hungry though. Like the
Oh,
food in
yeah.
there, it's some like
yeah.
Miyazaki level shit, you know.
So-
It's so good.
One, what's it called? The chef, I guess contact they use for all of the, what's it called? Research on the film was actually Roy Choi from Los Angeles, the guy who you may know started Kogi, the Kogi trucks. So they used him as a reference, and it was kind of like a little bit of his story mixed in with it as well. And so, yeah, it was like super interesting.
Very cool.
That's a rad movie. It won a lot of awards too.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, it's
very,
such a
like,
really good movie.
well-received
I
movie.
fucking
It was a
love that
genuinely good
so
movie.
much.
I actually have nothing bad to say about it. It was really well done.
You don't have to say bad things about everything.
I have to say bad things about every fucking thing.
Isn't that like the point?
You seem like that.
Like Hillsbury
That's a
Dive
very
is literally
neckbeard
what
thing to say.
that is.
Small neck dragon.
You small neck dragon.
Small neck dragon.
You
That is a
short
very
neck giraffe motherfucker.
Specific inside joke that no one else knows.
First of all, everybody laughed. Get over yourself.
I know. I'm just saying, like, small neck dragon seems funny for us, but it's an inside joke.
It makes
It's a really
Sam
funny
laugh.
inside joke. I'll tell you later.
Sure. Zach.
What are we doing?
Indie movies.
Indie movies, yes. Psycho Gorman. This is a very strange movie. This came out last year. It's this Canadian like horror comedy film. It came out and it is absolutely ridiculous. These two young kids who steal the fucking movie. They're like probably like 10 to 12 years old. They find this like gem that ends up controlling this like crazy alien overlord. He looks like an old like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers character. Like he absolutely looks ridiculous, but he shows up and he has to do whatever they say because they have this like gem that controls him. And then turn like a bunch of like alien assassins start like raiding this planet, and they use this alien overlord guy who's now like their prisoner to like protect their town in a way. There's a lot that happens, but the children are psychopaths. There's a girl and a boy. The sister is like a complete fucking lunatic. Like she uses this man to just destroy people, to murder people, to do anything she fucking wants. The mind of like an 11-year-old girl
Jesus.
with anger management issues should not be given like infinite reign of a galactic weapon of death. And it is so goddamn funny. I loved it so much. It is really hard to explain and sound like any sense of normal, but it is really amazing. And in the end, it kind of has like a feel-good sort of element to it, which is really nice.
These kids are psycho, but it'll make you feel good at the end.
It does, for sure. But yeah, fucking 9 out of 10, man. Psycho Gorman. Look it up. I think it's somewhere for free somewhere. If not, don't pirate it.
Lols.
Buy it. It'll be $4 on Amazon.
Has anyone ever seen that movie, was it Aliens vs. Cowboys?
Oh, Cowboys
Yeah.
vs. Aliens.
Yeah. Was that
Yeah.
any good? I haven't seen it yet.
No.
No, it was bad,
It was
for
absolutely a trash movie, but it was mildly entertaining.
It was fun. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
Not a good movie.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like how I feel about like A Million Ways to Die in the West, where it's like,
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That was okay.
But the difference is,
Yeah, it was just-
Cowboys vs. Aliens, like, it took itself seriously. It
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, we're actually making a movie
This is
about
real shit. Yeah, yeah.
Cowboys
It's
versus-
like,
They took...
yeah.
That was so stupid.
Like it sounds like the title of an Adult Swim like
Yeah.
short thing or something.
Robot shaking.
For sure. 100%.
maybe that's like another movie we can add on to the dubs and see if we can play with that.
Maybe. I'm down. I kind of like doing that. I want to dub stuff.
That'd be dope. So we're gonna,
That'd be dub.
Team 4-star.
We're gonna-
Only Chucklesluts.
we're gonna go ahead and move on from that to our next sponsor. Hi there. Are you lonely?
Yes.
Are
No.
you far away from your loved one?
No.
Well, does your intimacy take a hit when you're working in New York and she's in LA? Well, we've got the solution for that.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Introducing Blowcap, where you can give blowjobs 5,000 miles away using our mocap technology. Just put the apparatus on your member, and she can put the apparatus in her mouth, and it will feel like she's really there. Or he, if that's what you prefer. Or they, if that's also what you prefer. We don't discriminate by gender.
Call back.
Needless to say,
A mouth's a mouth, am I right?
a mouth's a mouth. And
Well,
it is.
we all have preferences
We
toward
all
mouths, let's be real. I like...
Your preferred mouth is your preferred mouth. But a mouth is a mouth, Katie. If you had a dick, I'd suck it.
Do you have a spare mouth that we're not aware
Because
of?
that's what heroes do.
Because that's what heroes do. If they have to suck
Yeah,
a dick, they do it for
Batman.
love.
And of course, if you don't have that special someone in your life, we have AI connected technology that has over 100 porn stars that you can program, so that way you can never be lonely again. Blowcap, buy it today.
Are you coming out with an upgrade for Capalingus?
Yes. Women's versions coming soon.
You know what's
It's
really
coming
funny?
soon, and so are you.
I feel like they've already somehow started this technology because I feel like I saw an article about
It
this.
100% exists.
Yeah.
I mean, they also, like, you've heard of, like, Love Sense. Like, there are toys that are controlled
yeah,
by
yeah, yeah.
phones.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, there's like
Yeah.
you can buy like a fucking box that you stick your dick in, and you can program like different types of things, and you just gotta stand there, and the box is like, it's like a washing machine.
They have the auto blow, which is a thing, and they actually did program it to a bunch of like porn star
Yeah.
preference things, which I think
Sure.
is cool.
You put on fucking like virtual reality glasses and put your dick in a box, and you have a great time. Like,
Man.
that shit exists already.
Why does it got to be a porn star specifically, though?
because that's like the unique value proposition of it.
But, like,
'Cause-
what if you just want, like, a girl next door
Because
vibe?
people want to
They
get
have
blown
those
by like
types of porn
Asa
stars, too.
Akira or something, and they can't get Asa Akira, so they program the thing, and
I
she
see
gets
your type.
money.
I
It's
see
silly.
you.
Believe it or not my type, but we're not going to talk about that.
Awesome.
We're gonna jump into
Call
the hills we
us.
die on. That last part is probably getting cut. But,
I kind of like that.
You know what?
Don't cut the truth, Sam.
let's start with Shannon.
Mine's more. It's not like a bitch point. I mean, hold on. Let me check.
Say it's not a bitch point.
No. Oh, okay. Actually, no. Mine. I'm gonna go a lighthearted one first because my other ones are just super deep and sad, and I'm like, man, I feel like we're on a high note. I don't want to make everybody depressed right now. All right. So I have this fucking pet peeve. Like, it started when I was living at home, and of course with the pandemic, I also now live with my parents again. Thank you, 2020. And no thank you to you know who you are, you fucker, and I hope you burn in hell. Anyway, when someone comes into your room like 1 to 2 minutes before you have your alarm set because you mentioned to them the night before that you were getting off at a specific time, and they think they're being helpful, waking you up when they think 8 o'clock is, but it's usually 7:58, and you're like, now there's not enough time to go back to sleep and like have my alarm like go off because it's 2 minutes, and it's the most sad. I cried one time. I'm like, I value my sleep even though I can't get it because of insomnia. I value it more than anyone else's life on this fucking planet. Do not fuck with my sleep schedule. Don't
Girl,
fucking do it.
same.
Don't fucking do
Girl,
it.
fucking same.
This is so specific.
I
I
feel
feel like
like-
this happened like today.
This is her hill. Get over it.
I feel like this should be a movie just called 120 Seconds, and it's just like, and it's just you descending into madness for your day because you woke up like 120 seconds early.
Yes, that's,
That's
literally
really
what
funny.
happened.
That's a cute little short right
When
there.
people are
Yes.
like, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, it's not my fault. Some fucker woke me up 2 minutes early.
What a bitch.
What a bitch.
I'm on that hill. I'm on
Yeah,
that
I
hill.
agree
Yes.
with that. I'm a 9-hour
100%.
person.
I don't really give
No
a
less.
shit. I don't sleep, and
I-
I don't really care when people wake me up.
Like, being an army dude, like, you learn how to just kind of fucking deal with anything that happens. So if you get like 1 hour or 10 hours, you're just okay. I'm up. I don't give a shit. But
No, it's just like
The train agrees.
The train agrees.
hold for train.
Do you know how sad my life is? I just got a text message from Wobot saying, "Are you okay?" Like, it's literally an app that
Wow.
texts you to make sure you're not trying to kill yourself.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
that's
That's
at least some.
Well, now we're dark.
At least something
I stopped
cares.
using it because it's weird talking to a robot, but it's nice. It just checks in.
Hey,
It's just
robots.
like,
Hey,
How
Need
long
love
is
too.
this train?
I don't know.
that's
It's
pretty cool.
Long enough.
Trains are long. Get over it.
and hard.
And
And sometimes
They've got a great
steamy.
caboose.
Because of steam engine.
Oh yeah.
It goes hada 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 hada.
But anyway, it's like,
Akimitsu.
you know, you like, I barely get any sleep, and I want to wake up because I have to at a certain time, and I'm like, I already have gotten maybe 2 hours of sleep, but I finally got past the fuck out, and you wake me up 2 minutes before I had planned on waking up. It's like taking my control out of the situation. I have control issues, which is what I've discovered right now. But yeah, don't fuck with my
I
schedule.
just had a revelation.
I had just had revelation. I have fucking control issues. We're going to therapy.
Zach, what's your hill of down today?
I think I broke my knuckle. That's not.
I'm
my
on that hill.
but
I'm on that hill
I
too.
think.
What else is new?
I think I broke my knuckle bad. Anyway, all right. I got a bunch. I'll keep this one lighthearted because you know that last one was got intense.
It's gonna be
I
don't worry
really fucking hate the when you're driving. I don't know if this is in every state. Maybe it's like bigger cities or whatnot. But here in Los Angeles, if you're driving anywhere in the morning on a Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday, and you're near a church and you come to a stop, people just rush your car with flowers. And because there's people just like, they hang out on the sides of the road just selling cheap flowers to go to like funerals, I guess,
Right.
or whatever the fuck.
Oh
they
yeah,
go.
like on Forest Lawn Drive.
And they just like
Yeah.
run at your car. They're just like, hey, flowers. Like, no, I don't. Please go away. And they like will attack you. And they come to your car and they're like knock on your window and shit. And it's like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. I don't.
If I wanted one, I would have rolled
yeah.
my window down
Do you
and
see
waved
like
you.
I have like I'll roll my windows up. I have like headphones, a toboggan, a motorcycle helmet. Just don't fucking look at me. I'm in my car alone. Leave me alone. I don't want your fucking flowers. Don't care. And I hate that shit because they just wander through the road. Like sometimes you'll start going and people are just like, whoa, don't run me over. So get the fuck
Get
out
out of the
road.
road.
Oh, I hate it so much.
I'm weirdly kind of not on that hill, surprisingly, because the way I look at it, there's someone who's trying to be like entrepreneurial and trying to get you to do impulse buys, and it's not like they're trying to sell you Coke or anything. It's just flowers.
I would be
and
way
nuts.
happier
Like-
if they were. If drug dealers just came up to your car, they're just like, hey, do you need anything? That'd
only
be
in
way better.
Only in LA could that be a viable business.
Yeah, it's a great business.
I mean, even if I was grieving and going to a funeral, like I wouldn't want to be bombarded like that either. Like I agree with that
Oh, yeah,
from
okay.
both sides.
In situation, yeah, I would like not a
Yeah.
funeral, but if you're like on the off ramp, for example, like a lot of off ramp flower sellers, I'm okay with that. Especially if I'm like 5 o'clock, I'm going home, flowers. Oh, I can just grab that for the girl or whatever be the case, and drive home, and it's a nice thing. Like
I think he just means more not that they're there. Like it doesn't matter that they're there.
It's
Like
that they're
they
in the
do
road.
serve a purpose.
They're-
It's the fact that they bombard you and get in the road and kind of like just disrupt traffic.
Yeah, like have a
That's the
flower
problem.
stand near a church. I get that. That's fine. Have a little stand like on the way. Totally fine. But if I come to a stop and people rush my car, I think you're a zombie and I might run you over. Like get the fuck out of my life.
yeah, no,
You know?
if they're bombarding
And I also
you,
like
That's the point.
Yeah.
I
they're
hate
bombarding
people
you.
being approached, churches, funerals. I hate all the things involved in this situation. So like it's just all of that's bad for me.
I haven't had the flower people come and attack my car, but I made the mistake of driving in the right lane because like 4 lights early, and these
We've all done
window washer people. So they just start washing your windshield, and then they're like, "Give me money." I'm like, I said no, please no, don't touch my car. Like,
I've never ran into a window washer.
that was
not
my first
once.
time ever. I was
I've
like,
seen
I
it.
went
I've actually
to
seen
the
more and
movies.
more last couple days, and I'm like,
I mean, they're trying to get their stuff, and I mean, sometimes people pay them, but it was
I'd be
literally at
okay
10
with
p.m. at night. I'm like, please don't touch my car. I'm a woman alone at night. I'm scared.
I have a garbage car, so I think I'd probably pay for that. My car's gross.
I see what you're saying. I really dislike. That's the same shit on when you're on Hollywood Boulevard and people. And this is one thing I really dislike: the people that prowl on tourists, especially tourists that don't speak English, and they'll walk over like the Spider-Man dudes, or the Wolverines. They'll come and take a photo with you, and they'll go up to a little tourist and they'll take a photo with them, and then say, "Hey, that'll be $5." It's like, well, I didn't like consent to that. Well, like you just came and took a photo of me.
Dude, it's the same way with like Venice Beach where people are selling CDs.
Oh yeah, and they'll autograph it and they'll be like, yeah, it's $5 for the autograph.
Also, it's not $5. It's $20. Like especially when it's someone who seems like they're from like Japan or China. Like I've been there and I've been in this group. I do it for donations. They do it for like no, they're like it's $20. And then if you don't pay them, they sit there and watch you erase the photo. It's like.
Yeah, it's really intense. It's like an.
Or
like
worse,
you don't
they'll
even
follow
look
you.
right.
They'll
Like your
follow you,
costume is
too.
knocked off.
Yeah.
Have you
Not
seen the
even
like
the ballet.
super? It looks like they have done a lot of drugs, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, that are around Hollywood.
I mean,
like it's
assume-
dirty and like their eyes are droopy. I'm like, ugh.
Dude, I assume they all do drugs. I assume everyone who's in costume on Hollywood Boulevard does drugs.
I
It's just
mean,
a natural.
It's just the costume looks like
It's
Mickey
just-
and Minnie just had a
It's
well.
not just the
Yes.
costume. It's just Hollywood Boulevard. Everyone on Hollywood Boulevard's a little fucked
I
up.
mean, I've been on that. I've been Ariel. I've been Black Cat. I do the right drugs, but not everyone is like out to rip people off. I wasn't out to rip people off, and then the Deadpool I worked with was not out to rip people off, but everybody else was.
I see.
That's fair.
So I guess PSA, Hollywood Boulevard.
Caution.
Be careful.
Be
Caution.
careful when you're out and about with giant groups of people because there's going to be, I guess I like to jokingly call them venture capitalists because they will venture their way into your wallets if they would let them. So,
Put it in your boob.
yeah.
Brav holding.
Let's see. My Hill, I really hate when it takes like a season or two to get into a show.
Yeah.
And like a good example is always Star Trek. I don't know why, like, and this is all Star Trek. It's not just like one Star. Like every single series of Star Trek requires at least a season or two for it to get good. And I don't have like the mental load and capacity to watch whole seasons of crap before things just get good.
Like season 1 is like a full pilot season at this point. Like, it doesn't really give you any information. You don't really fall in love with anybody. And then season 2 hits and you're like, where was this season 1?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like the Next Generation season 2, great. Deep Space Nine season 3, great. It is so hard to get through Voyager. So hard. I can't. It melts my brain on how boring and just uninteresting it is. Like the only exception was maybe Discovery, which was really okay, at the most okay for season 1, and finally got interesting in season 2. But like, I understand you have to build lore and backstory and all this other shit, but try to make it like at least a little fucking interesting, so I don't like click off. Another good one is BoJack Horseman. Actually, BoJack, it took a couple episodes to like really get into it, and it's just mad. Like, stop wasting my fucking time. The pilot is meant you to get hooked.
Right.
Just do the thing. Do the thing that you're supposed to do. Make it exciting in the beginning. In this world where 6 seconds is somehow still too long. You need to get to the interesting shit right away.
I think honestly with Star Trek they're trying to go for things. Obviously with Deep Space Nine, they're going for the fact that Sisko was the first black captain there, like on the show, and then Voyager was the first woman captain, to really helm the show.
But that's just it. The first season really actually relied on Quark and Odo to kind of push, and that was fine and all. Like I kind of relatively expected from a first season at this point because they're still trying to figure shit out. If your shit's not together by season 2, like, fuck your face. And, it took them up to season 3 to introduce the Dominion, make it fucking cool, and get off the fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I'm gonna die on that hill. Please make your first season as interesting as you can, so I can watch
fair.
the 7.
You definitely just started a war with all the Trekkies.
Dude.
Oh,
okay.
God. Fucking get over yourself.
I'm gonna let you talk about that one if you choose. I'm not gonna jump into that. I'm done with my hill.
Yeah, I got a whole
it's
hill
more
on
like
gatekeeping
I'm over
nerds.
fandoms that attack people based on beliefs. Like I'm so over it. It's so toxic.
Yeah.
I would actually add to your hill with the whole thing. There's a show like Sweet Tooth. I'm sure most of you have seen it. I'm not going to say anything about it, just I don't want to do spoilers, but like...
This is a slight tangent, but I know what you're going to say.
I mean, this is not my hill. This is just part. Like, the whole season felt like a pilot to me. Like, what is the actual point? I felt like I watched it and I have more questions than answers.
Well, I say it's a tangent because, like, so I think this is a little different, but in that same vein, Netflix. A lot of what Netflix is doing, it is so fucking annoying. They have so many shows now that it feels like their first season of a show is only like part of the show. Like they leave you in giant cliffhangers.
Yeah.
They don't give you like a whole
We're like in the middle
story.
of an actual big boss battle.
Like, and Netflix has been doing this with almost
Warrior
all
Nun.
their original programming, where they're making you beg for more because they don't
Shadow
give
and
you a fucking...
Bone didn't
no.
do that. I was so happy.
There's actually
Shadowbone's alright,
a really shitty but also good reason they do that. It's they're actually using algorithmics now to format these shows, and so they'll sit there.
That's
and
awful.
It is. Like,
That's terrible.
I'm a video
Yeah.
strategist in the real world. I do this shit every day.
In the real world.
Yeah, in the real world, that's what I do. And the thing is, like,
Where are we? The Feywild?
yes,
I
this is a subliminal space, people. And the thing is, like, I basically tell brands to say, hey, if you want to bring people in, you have to do certain things algorithmically to make sense. And they're doing the same thing for these shows, for Netflix and everything else. They're bringing big brainy assholes who tell them, you know, you'll get more people scientifically using big data to do this.
Maybe. See, I would argue that because like I'm sick of it. Like
I
I don't really like a lot of the I don't want to watch any more Netflix originals because I know that I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna be disappointed. Shadow and Bone was a beautiful thing.
I'd
I
love to
think it's
see it.
because
It was based off of a book.
It's
Yeah.
not
well, I mean,
their
I guess
original
all of it.
content.
I guess Sweet Tooth was as well. Sweet Tooth is amazing. But point being, I'm getting sick of watching half a show.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I fuck Netflix and fuck algorithms and
Yes.
fuck you for doing your job.
Indeed, fuck me for trying to make a living.
Yeah, because I think that might work like right now for a little bit, but like, the content there's not as much quality as there used to
You know, I've been thinking about this for a while now. I feel like Netflix is the new YouTube as far as
be. It's
content
like
goes.
there's gonna be a bust. Like I
Yes.
feel like Netflix is getting so big and making so
Right.
much trash content
Right.
that eventually there's gonna be a bust.
Like they're just literally going to accept anything you pitch to them.
They
They're
do.
like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
And they have so much now that they're dropping it. Like they're
Yes.
dropping shows like flies because
Right.
they're all garbage.
Well-
Jupiter's fucking Legacy. What the fuck did you do with that show?
Yeah, I
You
expected
ruined
so
it.
much more
And because
for them
the
from
whole,
that
you watch
show.
the whole thing and you don't know a goddamn thing. And what did they do? They canceled it because nobody fucking cared.
Yeah.
Like
Here's the thing. Their
it
distribution,
just helps when you have more money than
their
God.
distribution deals are awful. Like, I got people who've got into Netflix and sold their shit. Like, they will straight up give you $50,000 for like a 5-10 year deal. They do young
What?
they do young like
Because
people
they're
do it.
playing on
Because people
exposure.
just want
To be seen.
It's exposure.
and heard.
Yeah, so they'll say, we'll give you 50,000, but you're on Netflix, bitch.
And then also,
and people will take that deal because you're on Netflix.
and here's what else they'll do. Like, let's say you have a pilot and they want it, and let's say you haven't shot it yet. They'll say, we'll give you money and you can shoot it, but if we don't like it, it's dead. You can't take it anywhere else.
They own
done. They own it. It's
Yeah.
or they'll say you can make it and put it on, but then there's also like a bunch of other caveats, and they'll still fuck you on distribution.
Yeah.
Like, go somewhere else. Don't Hulu's great. Literally everywhere else is great. Netflix is like the south of content places. Just don't.
Well, it's mind-numbing because for a while Netflix was making some of the best content on TV, and it's just like recently, just like the past like 2 or 3 years, it is just constantly we're just bombarded with trash programming,
But
and
again,
it's like they're not
everything,
trying.
but a lot of the big shows that like people are like, whoa, like Jupiter's Legacy, Warrior Nun, which was actually really cool until a certain
But then they
point.
stopped in the
Then they
middle of the
but you
fight.
stop and it's like, well, now I'm just gonna have this like blue ball effect for this show for the like
I
next
don't
year
even
and a
want to
half.
fucking watch
It's
it.
by design.
Well,
I hate it.
once
I
again,
hate
like,
it.
I think that like you say it's by design, sure. And I know that they might bring in people because they know how to make their trailers and they know how to get people involved because they get all their fucking advertising on their TikToks
And it's
Instagrams.
all algorithmic.
But I don't want to watch the second season of Warrior Nun. I don't want to watch any more Jupiter's Legacy. I don't want to watch Sweet Tooth. Like, I don't give a shit because it just left me with my fucking nuts all blue, and I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want it to happen to me again.
But and the thing is, we are all, because we're all in the industry, we're very acutely aware of what they're doing. So it does rub people who are in the know the wrong way. The average consumer is like, fuck, now I need to go watch more, and it's for them. It's for them.
For sure. But I think that's part of the bubble because like it's the same shit happens. It's the entertainment, it's life. Anything that we have to buy, if the quality goes down over and over and over and over, it's gonna eventually like the bubble's gonna bust and they're gonna stop winning.
Here's what it is.
eventually.
It's the equivalent of DLC content, is what it is. Like you need to know how it ends. You got to pay extra. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're running low on some time, so Katy, jump on it.
Jump on it. Then I'll just do one that everyone will most likely agree on. Fuck airports. I don't know what it is about airports, but I am never on time. I don't know what AM and PM is, apparently. I don't know what the names of the airports are. I have forgotten people at the airport. It's a new world. It's the Feywild. I don't understand it. And then when you go into the airport, everyone turns into idiots and assholes. Like, the Karens just flock to the airport, and it's already a nightmare experience, and everybody makes it even worse.
It is, and I don't want to say that's by design. I did work in aviation for.
Not everything is by design.
No, no,
Sam.
no,
Listen,
no, no.
airports work on algorithms.
No. The thing is, I actually used to work in aviation for 6 years before all of this. And it actually has to do a lot to do with FAA regulations. Basically, you have to have a certain workflow that gets people moving. And I do want to say it is by design, but not the way that you think it is. Like, it's all based actually off of bus depots when they built these things. They said, okay, well, we need to put everyone here. We need to get them that, and so on and so forth. And so they ended up creating so much bureaucracy because the FAA is a bureaucracy, and they made the most bureaucratic way to get you from the place where you drop off to the point where you need to be. It's absolute bullshit. It's based on like literally 50-year-old laws. It's so dumb. I'm so on that hill with you. It's like the reason I'm not working in aviation is because of how fucking stupid they run the fucking thing. I hate the FAA. I hate airports. I will die on that hill. Yeah. I will have 2 swords in hand, a shield on my back, and like 50 arrows in my fucking chest, and I will still be moving because I'm so in depthly hatred of airports and FAA.
You're moving
Fuck
because
them.
you're in the airport, and if you slow down, someone yells at you.
Yeah.
The cops yell at you if you try to stop and pick someone up.
Yes.
I got yelled at. I was there for 5 seconds. I went and opened my trunk, moved stuff out of the way for her luggage, and I sat on my... He goes, you can't do that. You can't sit here unless you're picking someone up. And I was like, she's literally walking. I was like, I can literally see her. He goes, well, if she's not here in 30 seconds, you're going to have to circle back.
Yes.
It's like, dude, we're at Burbank. This isn't a big airport. I can
Isn't
park
LAX?
5 cars. No one's behind me.
I would be so mad for you if that was like LAX though. Like.
Oh yeah.
They don't care at
They
LAX.
don't give a
I will
shit
sit
at
in
LAX.
handicap for an hour. Like, our roommate came in and had to wait because our airport decided to wait before we got and left the frickin'...
I don't know what that means. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Our plane was delayed, and our roommate ended up waiting for like an hour. And he said he just sat there. Like, LAX doesn't fucking matter. But when it's a smaller airport, they want control.
Yeah.
It's because of the rich people airport.
Oh yeah.
It's the
it
rich
is.
people airport is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those are the hills we have to die on today. We all have
I am
our
dead.
arrows in the backs, shanks in the necks. We're dead.
Oh, I mean, like, I guess I'll die on the hill, but I feel like I'm gonna be on top of the hill with people trying to wake me up 2 minutes before my alarm. I'll just
to
be
get to
like,
the airport. To
Yeah,
get
to
to the
get
airport.
to the airport.
just throwing shurikens at the people trying to like get me off my hill. I'll be like, stay
Sure
the
you
fuck
can.
over there. Sure I can.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Shannon, where can we find you in the world?
You can find me in Los Angeles as of August.
Come find me. Stalk me.
Girl, you moving in.
Moving on up. I don't stream on Twitch anymore. I might start up again or do YouTube. I hopefully will make money. Who knows? But probably not through streaming means. Sorry about it. You can find me here.
Katy, where can we find you in the world?
Well, you can find me anywhere on the internet, to be honest. You can Google my name, Freckled Hobo, or you can go onto my Beacons page. It's beacons.page / I think. Dyslexia. / thing. Freckled Hobo.
Backford.
Lots of stuff are happening. Lots of things are changing, so just bear with me.
And Zach, where can we find you in the world?
Well, you find the troll under the bridge, and you ask him for his riddles 3. And if you answer them correctly, you'll be led to my cave, wherein I will be hiding with my pet bear, typing some probably a sad
everything
story.
is a bear.
His
Everything
name is
a bear.
Milton.
Yeah, dude, fucking Milton will be eaten by a bear in a second.
No Tim Bradley. Money Paws the
Yeah,
Good.
generally that's it. I do less social media than I previously did because the world fucking sucks. So yeah, don't find me anywhere except my cave.
And you can find me at SlammySammyLock on the Twitters. You can find me at SlammySammyLock on the Instagrams. You can find me at Steam Buddy Productions on the UBTubies, where I do UBTubi things sometime. You can find me at Samuel Lock on the TikTokies, where I do TikToki things sometime. And of course, you can find Chucklesluts pretty much anywhere on the internet. Just type us into the search bar, and you can find us. We're on the first page of Google because we have a very unique name. And yeah, we'll
Also, go to YouTube
and go to YouTube.
and watch Becoming Famous.
Oh yeah, watch Becoming Famous. Our show's out.
It's
We've
a
got like
TV
7
show.
whole episodes out now.
Yeah.
10. There's 3 more.
Watch their shit. It's amazing.
It's on Critical Films on YouTube.
Yes.
It's a blast.
And of course, once again, you can also watch us at Rat House Productions. That's RATTHAUS Productions.com, where we are hosted with a bunch of other really cool podcasty people who also do nerdy content. And once again, thank you for watching, because without you, the audience, Doe, this is not worth doing. And we will see you next episode.
Next time. Bye.
Where's the out music, Kyle?